Saturday, June the 3rd, 2017, 6 months after my last distance walk, although I've done a few practice ones in between, and 6 months after my surgery, I'm back on the go, touch wood. Today undertaking swcwalk231, a Flitwick Circular, approximately 11.7 miles. Weather's a bit mixed today, nice and cool, certainly a lot cooler than it has been recently. So let's get underway, see what lies ahead. The walk I'm undertaking today is the shortened version. The full length one is 15 miles, which back in the day would have been ideal, but clearly I'm rehabbing at the moment. Here's the war memorial referred to in the text. Quite a busy junction around the station, not easy to get across. Number of coffee places there as needed, and a Tesco's I believe as well. Our onward journey is half right down this road here, King's Road. As I said earlier, mixed bag of weather. At least it's not raining though. I think it's going to be like this all day, so as long as those grey clouds don't get any bigger and leave off the rain, all well and good. There's the former Flitwick Mill referred to in the text. Now a nice development. There you go. Being renovated as I speak. What's left of the mill stream here, oxidised metal colour. Now coming off the roadways, thankfully, and following the Two Moors Heritage Trail. Information panel here telling us a little bit about the Two Moors Heritage Trail. A waymarked circular walk along the river Flit and nearby areas of interest. Get close up there on the map. Wildlife Trust territory by the looks of it. Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire and Northamptonshire. There's a rather overgrown finger post there. It's good to be back out. I've deliberately chosen this walk today because it's relatively local to where I'm now living in North Hertfordshire, and there was a shortened version of the walk available. I'm not sure there are with some of the other walks that have been done up this way recently. Most of them are long distance, which as I say are not for me just at the moment, but fingers crossed one day, eh? From small steps. Tail end of this lilac coloured plant, of which there's a lot down near me locally in Ickleford. I don't know what it is, perhaps someone can advise. The bees certainly love it, as they do with most things purple. And it seems to be found in these kind of damp areas, along with the silver willow there in the background. Lovely. And the elderflower blooms are in full abundance at the moment. I noticed that in Hitchin they're actually asking volunteers to pick this stuff, because obviously they use it for their herbal remedies. Mind you, being a volunteer to pick that lot is quite arduous. Some storm damage here. This branch, this willow, almost blocking the path. Now we have a proper information panel about Flitwick Moor Nature Reserve. And there you go, if my head gets out of the way. The elusive water rail lives in the fen near Central Drain. Now this water rail has also been seen down near me in Ickleford. So interesting, because the terrain is very similar. Apparently there's snipe here, banded demoiselle, damselflies. Let's get my head out of that. Sorry, a little bit rusty. Take a little while to get back into this. I have done a recent 12 miler locally over quite hilly terrain just to test the hip, and still not quite right. Still some residual issues with the hip flexor area, but we're getting there. I mean, I'm working on the basis that it's 6 months recovery, 6 months rehab. So I'm just glad to be out here today and able to do this, get started again. Brilliant. Got the River Flit on my right now. Lovely walking in here in the cool, away from the midday sun, as it now is. It's about 12:30, I think. So, as the text says, and I notice the author still isn't numbering the paragraphs, 3 years on, but you don't take that turning to the left. Continue straight on here, past the young, what is that, alder? Usually associated with willow, isn't it? Cricket bat willow, which is what they grow down near me. In through the trees there, you've got some of my old amigos. Other information panel and gate to the left here, where those cattle are clearly stored. This is the three-way junction referred to in the text. Onward journey, straight ahead. Hear that? Blackcap. First one I've heard today. Northern nightingale, aka. There's a lot more of them down our way. I was expecting to hear them consistently on this walk. Certainly in here. Some young tits behind me somewhere as well. Probably long-tailed. No, common blue tit. Feeding its young. Come through 2 kissing gates. Further information panel about Flitwick Moor. Now leaving Maggots Moor and Flitwick Moor Nature Reserve to pass through a kissing gate and onwards. Still continuing on the Heritage Trail, turn left here. Okay, the gravel footpath turns left, in fact that's a bridle way. Our onward journeys through the hedge there on what becomes a footpath. Now this is interesting. Got the old poop scoop bin, absolutely rammed. Now interestingly in North Hertfordshire there's been uproar because they wanted to save 30 grand a year by doing away with these, and that is precisely what they've done. And the upshot is you're getting these bags dumped all over the place and an increase in dog excrement everywhere, all for the sake of 29 grand. Absolutely ridiculous. Field is full of a bean, which I thought was a broad bean, but apparently it could also be something to oxygenate the soil that they use, like on the 3 field system, to re-energise it, re-oxygenate it. So yeah, probably not my favourite broad beans. Love them. There's our onward journey. We'll note here that despite several days of heavy rain recently, the soil is very dry and cracking. More rain's on the way though, I hear, so that's a good thing. Not when I'm walking though. Lovely to see the old wild roses out. I forget which type that is. One's a dog rose and one isn't. Sure someone can enlighten me. Yes, there's a magpie up there somewhere, I can hear him chuckling. Over the wooden footbridge towards the houses of Flitton, which I believe is the same Flitton famous for bricks. Could be wrong though, but my local knowledge tells me such. I see a church over there. Tad early for lunch though, I think. Looking through one of those lovely dark tree tunnels into Flitton. St John the Baptist Church, Flitton. I won't stop at because still got quite a distance to go. Not far enough into the walk yet. Nice thatched cottages here, being of a wet moorland terrain. The White Hart pub right opposite the church and right next to the footpath. There you go. Don't know if you can see that, sun's against me. As it's been what, a couple of years since I've done one of these Saturday Walkers Club walks, times have changed and moved on. Here we have a good use of an old telephone box, a book exchange. Brilliant, eh? They're usually defibrillating units, but there's one of those on the wall very nearby. I've even seen these old phone boxes being used as a hotspot, I think it was, in rural areas where the reception is so poor. Someone's taken it upon themselves to, as I say, use these as hotspots. That's a better shot of the church. Village sign dating back to 1951. Very familiar with Pilates. Seems to have sprung up since I last recorded for SWC as well. Within the last 3 years, every village has got a Pilates class now. Good old Diocese of St Albans stretches right up here. Information panel here about the grey mausoleum. Entrance is through the church. Part of the Rest Park estate. So for anyone that's interested, passing the Jolly Coopers just prior to leaving the main walk and joining up the shorter version. Seems like a decent enough pub, nice garden at the back. So look out for the fibre optic cabinet on the Silsoe Road, and you'll see the metal filled gate referred to in the text, and I'm stood next to the public bridleway marker. There is a footpath marker on the right, confusingly, almost opposite behind me. Don't take that. Bedfordshire seems to like its yellow topped footpath markers. Most counties seem to have a white one, but hey ho. So we turn a left here, next to that lovely weeping willow. As you can see, we're starting to get a little bit higher now, up to the lofty height of 75 metres or thereabouts. Lovely skylark there somewhere. Unfortunately, I did miss a lot of the spring, particularly my favourite month, May, which is obviously just finished. Did that walk up in the peaks, but very little in between. Well, not that I could film anyway. Did lots of practice runs and local walks, but this is the first one I've done since early May. Field full of wheat here on my right, which is, as you can see by the colour change over there, quite a way behind the barley. This must be a spring sown crop. Another variety of wild rose. Like I said earlier, not sure which one's dog and which one isn't. Okay, at the entrance of Beaumont Farm, through this green gate and onwards. Collection of poppies there. As I indicated earlier, the barley is well ahead. Lovely ears to it. Following a pleasant grassy track. Lovely spread of wild rose there. The disused farm buildings are now a nice conversion residence. I'm now in Simpson's Hill plantation, getting some respite from the midday sun, albeit about 1:30 now. Wonderful plantation here of what looks like sycamore. And no beach though. Interesting. Interesting house that. It's set well back in the country, yet when you get out at the end of the drive, you're next to the A6. So having navigated the A6 without too much difficulty, we now continue along the old Silsoe Road, not down Goodwood Close, that way, that way. Right, now in Clophill, this being the main tributary of the, or the main arm of the River Flit. There you go. That dining table there looks very inviting. Not sure there'll be an appropriate church here, but I'll just check the map. Doesn't look like we're going to pass a church on this section, so this table is awaiting my attention, as is my lunch. Just gone 2 o'clock, so good time for lunch anyway. Now you can see the sort of rain we have had, albeit that what I showed you earlier, it's just flash flooding, I guess, straight off the fields into the rivers. So lunch has been had, 2:25. Clophill Parish Lock-up and Pound, which is self-explanatory. And another one of those lovely thatched cottages that you get around about here. I'm stood on the village green. There's a number of hostelries, refreshment places for those that are so inclined. There's a flying horse, the recommended lunchtime stop, I believe. Entering Maulden, having just crossed the A6, lazing away their days. There you go, well hidden in the hedge. At the three-way junction mentioned in the text. Onward journeys up this gravelly track. At this three-way footpath marker, don't go straight up there. Follow this fence to the left. Very pleasant mixed woodland again. This is probably the muddy section referred to in the text. Thankfully today it isn't, but this will be down to horses churning it up, no doubt. Very soft sandy type soil underneath. Okay, we continue right here through this kissing gate with the yellow marker on it. Now walking through a section of wood where there are plenty of beech, as can be told by the leaves on the ground and the beech nuts everywhere. Wonderful. Bit of information here about Maulden Heath. Hopefully I'm stood in front of the kissing gate in front of Clophill cottages. Not 100% sure, but I'm trusting this is the onward route with the cottages behind these trees. Soon find out. It's a proof on this telegraph pole. Always useful. So that's Clophill cottages. Here's the bridleway that we ignore, 60 metres on. Okay, we now rejoin the main walk and follow the Greensand Ridge Walk. Main walk comes out of that woodland there on my right. I've done some of the Greensand Ridge Walk in the past for at least 2 time out walks. The Bow Brick Hill Circular and the what was the other one? Woburn, something like that. Anyway, at least we're on track. Information panel here about the Greensand Ridge Walk. Can't get a very good image of it because of the reflecting sun, unfortunately. But for those interested, Google it. Interesting, we've got 2 Greensand walks, one down in Kent and Sussex, Surrey, and this one. Greensand Way and the Greensand Ridge Walk. So we've got another tree down here, not quite blocking the path. Lovely buttercup meadow. That blackcap singing. There you go. My goodness, just past the octagonal thatched cottage, but couldn't do any commentary because of that racket. Someone's trimming the hedge, and clearly this Footpath down here needs tidying up. What a mess. All the clever so-and-sos follow the path from up that hole in the hedge, 20 metres to the left of the octagonal cottage. Wonderful views of the Chilterns over there apparently, according to the author. That's a better view of the Chilterns now, as I'm just about to enter the woodland through the metal gate. Lovely. Splendid day's walking so far. This little plaque speaks for itself. Hopefully you can read that. Onward journeys left up there, as opposed to straight ahead here. See what this one says. Blackbirds spotted me, hence the warning notes. Now entering Maulden Church Meadow Nature Reserve, and its young sheep. It's a pond full of marsh marigold. Lovely. Well, that must be the tower referred to at Pullock's Hill, water tower, and behind it the Chilterns. Lovely vista that is. Not sure what that bird is. It's making an alarm call at the moment. But there's a bird of prey above the trees where they are. Bit of a racket going on over there. Interesting. Something in there causing a disturbance, and I think the alarm call is coming from a woodpecker. I've just seen a green one fly out of there somewhere. I'm not sure if it's because the crows are in the same tree. There's the old Greensand Ridge Walk finger post. Why the monkjack? Possibly because they're the ones that escaped from Woburn, symbolising this walk. Information panel about Maulden Church Meadow SSI. Now, unfortunately again, I can't get a good angle because of the sun being behind me, my shadow encroaching, etc, etc. But by all accounts, the little pond that I was just in, or looking at, contains great crested gatekeeper butterfly found here, meadow brown, adder's tongue fern, sheep sorrel, lesser whitethroat, which I didn't see. And that alarm call's still going on. In the churchyard of St Mary the Virgin's, Maulden. Interesting shaped church. Lovely views from Maulden Church. 7 miles just come up. So for future reference, we're 7 miles into the walk. Lovely shot there of Maulden Church. As you can see, 20 to 4. Yep, the old scouts look well prepared there. Badger Hill group. Passing some very pleasant allotments. The entrance to Duck End Nature Reserve. Tail end of Maulden Moor, what's left of it. Footpath markers well hidden behind these brambles, but this is where we turn left towards the business park at Blackmore Farm. Footpath is rapidly disappearing here, the other side of New Road. Well overgrown section of walk in there. Doesn't look like that's been cut back in God knows how long. There's the old yellow topped marker, even that hasn't been touched up for a while. Well, the footpath is just about evident, not clear as the text indicates it might be, but there's the metal kissing gate in the distance there. So as you can hear, that's quite some busy road behind me, and this is the first stile I've crossed since having the new implant, so let's see how we go. All these things I used to take for granted previously, now they have to be factored in. My. So now back in Flitton Moor local nature reserve. Having just crossed that railed bridge. It's tea time retreat here, as we're back on the Two Moors Heritage Trail. Nice attempt at traditional hedging there. Lovely to see that. That's because we're back in the wildlife reserve, SSSI. Now this walk is doing something that I don't normally like, and that is repeating a section. I mean, if you describe a walk as a circular, you don't normally repeat part of it. To me, a circular is a circle. That means new and fresh walking throughout. But hey ho. Okay, we're back on the Moors, Two Moors Heritage Trail, and I take back what I said a minute ago about repetition. In fact, all that was repeated was about 50 metres, so that's okay. Do like variety in a walk, as you may well know. Now pay attention here, we do not go along this attractive new footbridge and boardwalk, unfortunately, but immediately to the left along this oxidised river. Rather worrying that. Lovely walking in here, brilliant, like a jungle. And up there in the treetops I can hear a young buzzard. Just seen the parent come in as well. So this is where they nest, eh? Places like this. Mean times, You've got this creepy looking stream. What a wonderful place this is. Ancient forest. Yeah, stop calling now, unfortunately. Quite amazing, whatever this orange stuff is down there. Some kind of algic blur. Just like something out of a Rupert annual in here. Wonderful. So here we are, just over 11 miles later. And 4 hours and 41 minutes. And free walk 231, Flitwick Circular, complete. Very pleasant walk that was. Good reintroduction back to the Saturday Walkers Club. Weather held out. In fact, very pleasant walking weather. Nice cool breeze, not too muggy. Nice variety. Hip's okay so far, which is the main thing. What it'll be like in the morning is a different thing though. I'm finding that slowly but surely, week by week, it's getting better. Touch wood. So, that was a lovely walk, and as you saw, Flitwick is now home of Centre Parcs, because it's the nearest railway station to Woburn Forest, which I'm not sure how that will have affected the Woburn Circular walk that I did a couple of years ago, which was pre that forest park being built. Maybe there'll be some comment on the website, I don't know, I haven't checked that yet. Anyway, till the next one.